Good morning from Mission Control in Houston and the International Space Station Flight Control Room. You are looking live at the Soyuz MS-27 spacecraft attached, as it has been for the past few hours, to the Prishal node module on the Earth-facing side of the Russian segment of the International Space Station. It has been about 2 hours and 3 minutes since Soyuz eased into that docking port with a flawless link-up to Prishal at 3:57 a.m. Central Time, 4:57 a.m. Eastern Time. In the meantime, since that docking occurred, now you're looking inside the Prishal module at the hatch that will lead to the Soyuz MS-27. The leak checks between the two spacecraft have been ongoing for the past couple of hours. No issues reported. We're in the home stretch of those leak checks. We expect the hatch opening to occur somewhere in the neighborhood of about 6:20 Central Time, 7:20 Eastern Time. This is always a variable time based on the equalization of pressure in the vestibule, the small passageway between the docking interfaces. The launch and docking went extremely well, with the launch taking place from the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan. Liftoff occurring right on time at 12:47 a.m. Central Time, 1:47 a.m. Eastern Time, as the Soyuz 2.1A booster lifted off and arced out to the northeast, carrying Jonny Kim of NASA, Sergey Ryzhikov, and Alexey Zubritsky of Roscosmos on an 8-minute, 46-second ride to its preliminary orbit. The third stage of the Soyuz booster separated from the spacecraft right as scheduled, and the solar arrays and navigational antennas on the Soyuz deployed as planned, and the race was on to catch up to the International Space Station.
The pressure on your side, 753. Station.
Following launch, about 3 hours and 10 minutes later, the Soyuz arrived in the neighborhood of the International Space Station. Guided by the Corps' automated rendezvous system, the Soyuz made its way toward a fly-around of the station to precisely align its forward docking port, its docking probe, with the Prishal module. Then, moving at a very glacial rate of about 1/10 of a meter per second, the Soyuz eased ever so carefully toward the docking port on Prishal. You can see in this view, in the foreground was the Soyuz MS-26 spacecraft, which is the ride home for 3 of the other crew members in about 11 days. With everything looking good and the docking alignments in perfect tandem, the Soyuz linked up with contact and capture to Prishal at 3:57 a.m. Central Time, 4:57 a.m. Eastern Time, as the two spacecraft traveled 262 miles over western Russia. Within minutes after contact and capture, the forward docking probe retracted, and then hooks closed on both sides of the docking interface to form a hard mate between Soyuz and Prishal. For Jonny Kim and Sergey Ryzhikov and Alexey Zubritsky, it was a flawless 3-hour, 10-minute ride from the launch pad to Baikonur to the International Space Station. Now, with them having donned or doffed their Sokol launch and entry suits to allow them to dry out, the leak checks have been ongoing for the past couple of hours with no issues reported. We're just waiting now for the pressure on both sides of the docking interface to equalize. That will then, in turn, allow for those hatches to open and for the 3 new crew members to float on board. They will be greeted by Station Commander Alexey of Roscosmos, along with his Roscosmos crewmates Ivan Wagner and Kirill Peskov, NASA astronauts Don Pettit, Anne McLean and Nicole Ayers, and Takoya Onishi of the Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency.
What did you say? Yes, I said that the battery charge is enough. Okay, then leave it on. Okay, and we will turn the camera on in the service module when we get there. Absolutely correct.
Favor за МСС Москва. Go ahead.
Вы поработали в КВД СОБ?
Did you Close.
Once again, you're looking at the hatchway in the Prishal module. Alexey, the station commander, has been checking out the systems at that hatchway. Once the pressure is equalized between Prishal and the Soyuz MS-27 spacecraft, the station hatch will be opened first, and then the stage will be set for the opening of the Soyuz hatch to allow Kim, Ryzhikov, and Zubritsky to float inside. With the population of the station increasing from 7 to 10, all of the crew members will make their way into the Zvezda service module for a brief welcoming ceremony. There are several dignitaries on hand in the balcony of the Russian Mission Control Center on the outskirts of Moscow, who will provide greetings to the newly arrived crew members before handing off to the spacecraft communicator here in Mission Control in Houston, Japanese astronaut Aki Hoshide.
Copy.
Favor ответить по Москве. Favor МСС Москва. Go ahead.
Готовы записать?
Are you ready to write it down?
Да, готов.
Affirmative.
Первое.
Number one.
Консервацию корабля выполнять.
Soyuz deactivation should be worked for orbital flight book, page 25, and then pages 30 through 38. 25, comma, 30-38. Correct. Do not deactivate gas analyzer. In other words, step 4.5 on page 36 has to be skipped. Not required.
Газоанализатор не консервировать.
Once again, you're looking at Station Commander Alexey of Roscosmos. He is at the hatch on the station side of the docking interface between the Prishal module and the Soyuz MS-27, which arrived at the station just over 2 hours ago, with the docking occurring at 3:57 a.m. Central Time, 4:57 a.m. Eastern Time. Once the hatches are opened and the 10 crew members have an opportunity to greet one another and receive congratulatory calls from both Moscow and Houston, they will press ahead to a safety briefing that Ovchinin will conduct. That is standard operating procedure for all newly arrived crew members on board the station. The 10 crew members will settle in for a midday meal. The Soyuz itself will be deactivated, now on station power, of course, but all of the other Soyuz systems will be deactivated by Soyuz Commander Sergey Ryzhikov as the Soyuz settles in for a long stay on board the station, with Kim, Ryzhikov, and Zubritsky planning to remain in orbit aboard the International Space Station until December. They are joining the Expedition 72 crew, led by Ovchinin as station commander. The Expedition 72 increment will transition officially to Expedition 73 on the afternoon of April 19th, when the Soyuz MS-26 spacecraft carrying Ovchinin, Ivan Wagner, and Don Pettit undock from the neighboring Rosviet module on the Earth-facing side of the International Space Station's Russian segment. The increments are measured from Soyuz undocking to Soyuz undocking. On the day before undocking, that would bring Ovchinin, Wagner, and Pettit home to a parachute-assisted landing on the steppe of Kazakhstan. Ovchinin will hand over station command to Onishi of the Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency. He will remain the station commander until his scheduled return to Earth in July.
Favors Moscow.
So we are standing by for the final steps in the equalization of pressure between the Soyuz and the International Space Station in that vestibule area, the small passageway between the two spacecraft.
Do not forget.
That will enable the hatch on the station side to be opened first, followed by the Soyuz hatch.
Yes, I remember. That's after the TV. Yes. Then move from to orbital module of your vehicle and take BMP with 3.
And Ovchinin now is opening up the hatch on the Prishal module side of the docking interface.
And 3 EPK. Move to orbital module. BMP number 18 with 3 EPK 1M masks. Okay, understood.
For Kim and Zubritsky, this is their first arrival on board the International Space Station.
So take off for 2M.
For Sergey Ryzhikov, his third visit to the complex, having previously accrued 358 days of spaceflight experience.
903 J. It's an MLM currently. M00142903. And there is a letter J at the end. Copy. Forward. Let's go to page 70 of Ascend Descent book. Go ahead. Sergey. SU. The Soyuz is open. Okay, copy, thank you. Forward. All right, perform steps in the box on MCC Go if you are ready. Copy.
Again, this is a good view of Alexey Ovchinin, the station commander, as he is awaiting the opening of the hatch to the Soyuz MS-27 spacecraft.
Could you please put the TK KVD into electrical control position? KVD TK is in electrical control position. Copy.
In the lower right-hand corner of your screen, Roscosmos cosmonaut Kirill Peskov, who launched last month to the station aboard the SpaceX Dragon Endurance, part of the Crew 10 crew.
Opening KKT.
КВД. Открываем.
Opening KVD.
Moscow Station on Space to Ground 1. Please go ahead. KVD TK is in electrical control position. Copy. KVD TK is in electrical control position. Thank you.
S3 sent.
Once again, today's arrival after a smooth launch and an uneventful rendezvous and docking for the Soyuz MS-27 sets the stage now for an 11-day handover between the newly arrived trio of Jonny Kim, Sergey Ryzhikov, and Alexey Zubritsky, and the crew that will be departing in the Soyuz MS-26 spacecraft on Saturday, April 19th, that being NASA's Don Pettit, along with Ovchinin, who you see there in the field of view, and Ivan Wagner. They've been aboard the station since September.
797.
Pettit, in fact, will be landing on the steppe of Kazakhstan aboard the Soyuz MS-26 on his 70th birthday, which is April 20th. That'll be Kazakhstan time. the landing occurring just after sunrise in Kazakhstan on April 20th. It'll be April 19th, U.S. time.
Equalization in progress. Favors.
The final stages of equalization in that vestibule area is in progress.
Pressure equalizations at least 2 minutes after the pressure will be equalized. Copy. Favor, let's write down one more recommendation for deactivation. Ready. Install Unit 2 in orbital model number 1/22. Say the number one more time, please. 1/22.
1/22.
Copy. Unit number 2 in orbital model. The barcode is 0008726 Romeo.
30087.
00087.
Повторите еще раз.
Please repeat.
Штрих-код 300.
0008726 Romeo.
265R.
Copy.
Верно.
Good copy.
В УМе.
In node model you need to find panel 110, blue bag, number 5842.
Штрих-код
Barcode
4
00240194
J.
J.
The hatch opening that will allow Kim, Ryzhikov, and Zubritsky to float inside the International Space Station to begin their tour of duty comes after a spectacular launch under springtime conditions at the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan, the launch occurring at 12:47 a.m. Central Time, 1:47 a.m. Eastern Time. The two-orbit rendezvous, which now has become commonplace for crewed vehicles in the Soyuz family of boosters to reach the International Space Station, took just 3 hours and 10 minutes, docking occurring a few minutes ahead of schedule at 3:57 a.m. Central, 4:57 a.m. Eastern Time.
Пометьте себе действие после открытия.
Favors.
Эта книга.
Take a note about hatch open. Ascent book, page 72.
Это фавором информация?
Is this for favors? Affirmative, for favors.
And now you see other crew members gathering at the hatchway as we are moments away from the Soyuz hatch swinging open. NASA's Ann McClain at the bottom of your screen. You can see Takoya Onishi on the right side. He again will take over command of the station from Ovchinin on April 18th. The day before Ovchinin, Don Pettit, that you see now in the field of view, and Ivan Wagner depart in their Soyuz spacecraft for the ride home and a parachute-assisted landing on the steppe of Kazakhstan.
Favors, MCC Moscow. Go ahead. Are you ready to write down? Are you ready to make a note in the book? Stand by one.
There's NASA's Nicole Ayers on the right side of your screen.
You go.
All part of the welcoming party to greet Kim, Ryzhikov, and Zubritsky moments from now.
Time inaudible. So now my suit or commander's suit is now in dry. 1420. Activated commander suit drying. Yes, copy. Favors. Are you ready to take notes for the steps after hatch opening? Pressure is 760.
Station Moscow, space to ground 1 for TV coverage. The camera view is now off. Please adjust the camera. Excellent. Thank you.
Favors, Moscow.
Favor, ответьте по Москве.
Favors, MCC Moscow.
Фаворы на связи.
Go ahead.
Готовы записать?
Are you ready to take notes?
Да, готов.
Affirmative.
После открытия люка
After hatch opening,
необходимо по странице 72
you'll need to work page 72 of the ascent book. You need to perform the steps in the lower box. Do not forget.
The flight controllers at the Russian Mission Control Center outside of Moscow talking to Sergey Ryzhikov, the Soyuz commander. Once the hatch opening has occurred and the crew members make their way back into the Zvezda service module for a brief welcoming ceremony, there'll be a safety briefing for the crew members conducted by Alexey that you see on the left side of your screen, the station commander. The 10 crew members will then settle into a midday meal. The Soyuz crew, the newly arrived Soyuz trio, will complete the deactivation of their spacecraft. It is now on station power for the rest of its stay on the International Space Station. That Soyuz vehicle will remain attached to the Prashal module until it's time for Kim, Ryzhikov, and Zubritsky to come home in December.
Copy. Favor. Station crew is ready for celebration ceremony on your arrival. Well, we are ready to. Okay, guys, now it's no rush.
Favor, какое у вас сейчас давление?
Favor, what's the current pressure?
7,5.
755.5. Looks like it's stabilized. Purification units are deactivated and kept in the orbital module.
There's pressure readings being taken by the crew still inside the Soyuz vehicle, making sure that that pressure is equalized across the docking interface. As you see, the hatch on the station side of the docking interface is open. Ovchinin opened up that hatch several minutes ago, and we're just standing by for the Soyuz hatch to swing open.
Favors, close KKT, close KVD, send us for command.
Вас понял.
Copy all.
ККТ закрыт.
KKT closed,
КВД закрыт.
KVD closed.
Работаем по
Принято.
81, страница 71.
Working page 71.
Принято. Дано разрешение на открытие.
Yes, you are the go for hatch opening has been given.
Есть добро на открытие люка, вас понял.
Copy. Go to open the hatch. Congratulations on your arrival to the International Space Station. Thank you.
Сергей Артуганов, мы тоже тебя поздравляем с прибытием.
Sergey Erdoganov, we
also congratulate you on
the arrival of Favors to the station. Thank you
Keep
very
up the
much.
good
And
job. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Alexey, and congratulations to all of you guys.
Это рабочие руки.
Well, congratulations on guest arrival. No, they're not guests. They're able bodies. Yes, you are correct.
Once again, if you've just joined us, we're standing by momentarily for the opening of the hatch to the Soyuz MS-27 spacecraft. Behind that hatch, Soyuz Commander Sergey Ryzhikov, NASA astronaut Jonny Kim, and Roscosmos cosmonaut Alexey Zubritsky. And the hatch now is open at 6:28 a.m. Central Time, 7:28 a.m. Eastern Time, as the International Space Station flew over the South Pacific. Zubritsky first on board. NASA's Jonny Kim arriving on the International Space Station. Soyuz Commander Sergey Ryzhikov with a return visit to the International Space Station. All hands on deck now. 10 crew members on board the station, following a very smooth launch and a flawless docking to the complex. Again, hatch opening occurring at 6:28 a.m. Central Time, 7:28 a.m. Eastern Time.
Moscow Station on Space Ground 1.
На связи господин, можно отключить.
Should I deactivate the camera? Yes, you can deactivate this camera and activate the camera in SM. Copy, in work.
So the 10 crew members now will regather in the Zvezda service module to accept congratulatory calls from the balcony in the Russian Mission Control Center before handing it off to our spacecraft communicator here in Mission Control in Houston, Aki Hoshide. As we wait for the crew to gather in the Zvezda service module, after the brief welcoming ceremony, the 10 crew members will sit down for a safety briefing to be conducted by Alexey. This is routine, just to familiarize the newly arrived crew on board with all of the locations of hardware and vehicles that comprise the International Space Station. Once again, the hatch is opened at 6:28 a.m. Central Time, 7:28 a.m. Eastern Time. And you see now that the crew is gathering in the Zvezda service module to accept those congratulatory remarks.
Moscow Station, Spaceground 1. Are you getting the image? Yes, we are. All good, width-wise and everything.
МКС, СУП Москвы. Да, Сергей, приветствую, это Михеев Александр, СРП.
Station Moscow Spaceground 1. This is Alexander Mikheyev.
Экипаж Алексей Jonathan.
Greetings to the entire crew.
Добро пожаловать.
Alexey Jonathan, welcome.
Добрый день. Спасибо большое.
Hi, thank you very much.
Тоже поздравляем.
Congratulations as well.
Да, поздравляем вас с успешным началом экспедиции.
Same here. Happy start of the expedition. In the main room on the balcony we have guests. They would like to greet you as well.
Правда, вначале у нас может быть небольшой перерыв.
At the beginning we may have a small gap, just 1 second. Stand by, but we are going to the balcony. All right? Sergey, Alexey, Jonathan. Hi, this is Dmitry Kalashnikov. Greetings on behalf of the main operational group on board of the ISS. Good afternoon. Thank you very much. Greetings as well. Thank you very much as well. Yes, we hope that now that we have one more crew, we'll continue working. Wishing you good luck and success. Thank you very much, and we look forward to our joint work. Same here. We'd like to greet the crew that are currently on board the ISS. Alexey, Ivan, Donald. They are about ready to leave. Looking forward to going home, and we congratulate them as well, and we look forward to seeing them on the ground.
We're handing over communications between satellites on the tracking and data relay satellite system. We'll regain our downlink video and audio from the station momentarily.
Смотрите, руководитель полета. Зам руководитель полета, не надо. Как мне вас увидеть? А вы его видите, да?
Moscow station was gone 1 week, and hear you. We have come back. Yes, we had a light minor com gap. Repeating myself, Alexey, Ivan, Donald, you're ready to go home. We understand that, and we look forward to seeing you on Earth. And the crew who stay, who are there on the segment, we also wish you successful work. And now I'm passing the mic to our guests who are present on the balcony. Good luck to you guys, from all of us here. Thank you so very much. Hello. I wish you a normal flight, normal return. All the best, and we love you, and we look forward to seeing you back. Thank you very much. Happy work, happy flight, and we look forward to seeing you back on Earth. Sergey, friends, greetings. Very happy to see you. Happy to see everyone. Wishing you good health, and we look forward to your return. Thank you. Likewise. Greetings. Hi, Sergey. So, these are your comrades here. Thank you very much from your regiment and this historic day. Congratulations on this successful launch, docking, and I'm confident all your experiments are going to end well. I wish you that everything goes well, and no deviations from the standard flight. Good luck to you. Thank you very much. Sergey, this is Lomonosov University. Have a good flight, success, fruitful work, and come back soon with good results. We'll be praying for you. Wishing you good luck. Thank you very much, and we'll do our best to return on time. Hi. This is your mother-in-law, Sergey. Hello, Natalia. Very glad to see you smile on board. You can hardly imagine what a moment it was when we saw the launch. I just held my breath. I couldn't breathe. That was unimaginable. Very happy to see you, wishing you fruitful work, that everything goes well, so that you can provide directions to your young family. And we look forward to seeing you on the ground. We are waiting for you. All the very best health. You are great guys. There are so many of you there. So please live happily and please don't quarrel. Everything's going to be just fine. No worries. Sergey, hello. It was a marvelous launch. So this is the head of the monastery up Pustin, has going to head something to you. We are trying to adjust comm. Please help. Just 1 second, please. Stand by. How do I turn it on? Please let me know. Please, Your Excellency, go ahead. The participants of the International Space Station, Sergey, Alexey, Jonathan, Your weightlessness indicator, the angel of the Opnapustin monastery, was forwarding you on your way today. And we are providing the blessing from Opnapustin, from our monastery, and we hope that this will enlighten your path and lead you forward in the best way possible. We look forward to seeing you back here, and blessings and all the very best. Thank you. Thank you so very much. You were able to hear him. Yes. Yes, thank God. Sergey, good luck. Look forward to seeing you back. Wishing you all the very best. Thank you. I'll show you the angel. Good luck. Alexey, we are having this cup, Aviation Space Cup, and we look forward to seeing you here. Thank you very much for the invitation. Thank you. I really don't want to hang up. Okay, who will be the one who will say goodbye? Anyway, we are looking forward to seeing you, and please come back. The word to the mother-in-law. You look so handsome there, so beautiful. Please be healthy and see you back on Earth. Thank you very much. Thank you so very much. A crew, and I'm going to pass it on to MCC Houston.
From Houston.
Congratulations.
And Sergey, welcome back to ISS. Alexey and Jonny, welcome to ISS. It's great to see three smiling faces on board. And we look forward to working with you.
Thank you so much. It's a trip of a lifetime, and honored to be here. Thank you so much.
Moscow Station, Spaceport 1. Sergey, is the conference over or is it continuing? Just 1 minute, I'm going to check. Thank you guys, thank you very much. The conference is over. One more time, congratulations and have a successful flight. Thank you everyone. All the best and talk to you soon. Thanks. Thank you, Sergey, and we're switching the cameras off, correct? Yes. And we stay at Space Ground 1.
This is Mission Control Houston. You just saw the welcoming ceremony for the newly arrived trio of crew members aboard the International Space Station. NASA's Jonny Kim and Roscosmos cosmonauts Sergey Ryzhikov and Alexey Zubritsky receiving congratulatory calls from friends and family gathered at the Russian Mission Control Center outside of Moscow, as well as spacecraft communicator Aki Hoshide here in Mission Control in Houston. This culminates a long day of activities that began with the launch of the Soyuz MS-27 that you see there in the field of view. The Soyuz launched at 12:47 a.m. Central Time, 1:47 a.m. Eastern Time, 10:47 a.m. Baikonur Time, and began a flawless two-orbit, 3-hour, 10-minute journey that culminated with a docking to the Prishal module on the Earth-facing side of the Russian segment of the station at 3:57 a.m. Central, 4:57 a.m. Eastern Time. About 2.5 hours later, the hatches swung open between the station and the Soyuz, allowing Kim, Ryzhikov, and Zubritsky to float on board. The station's population has now grown from 7 to 10 for the next 11 days, as a handover is now underway that will begin the ride home for NASA's Don Pettit, Station Commander Alexey and Roscosmos cosmonaut Ivan Wagner, who will depart the station on April 19th in the Soyuz MS-26 spacecraft for a parachute-assisted landing on the steppe of Kazakhstan. So for now, with the newly arrived Soyuz crew safe and sound aboard the station, work is ongoing as the permanent human occupancy of the International Space Station approaches its 25th anniversary. For now, we'll wrap up our coverage of the arrival of Soyuz MS-27. Have a good day. Continue to follow us on the web at www.nasa.gov/station. This is Mission Control Houston.